I picked up my first tennis racket when I was probably 4 years old. I can't tell you what made me decide to pick it up when I was that young. I think it was just my mom was looking for something for me to do, like sports-wise, and offered it to me because I did a lot of sports when I was younger, but this is the one that stuck the longest. But I would definitely say I was really young when I first picked up my racket. Besides tennis, when I was younger, I played hockey, baseball, and basketball. And then in my high school career, I ran cross country and I played tennis on the tennis team. And in my free time, I dirt board, like mountain boarding, surfboard, and snowboard. I actually have two of these. This is the Prince Tour 100 XO3. And every racket is different. They either give you more topspin, which is the way you hit the ball and it travels, or it gives you more power. This racket is leveled a little heavier on the head, so it gives me a little more power, and the strings are tight enough that it gives me the topspin that I need. So I don't really know what it is about this racket compared to the other one that looks exactly the same in my bag, but just it's the one I've always just grabbed first, and it just, when I have my grip on it, it definitely is right where I want it. It's snug, and it's, as a primary racket goes, it's just on a comfort base. Very good.
I'm not hitting the ball. I have a tendency to, just like do anything with this racket. It's gotten so much abuse just from me, like, spinning around, twisting around, go like that, there. The grip's gotten so worn down. I go like tap it on my foot all the time. If I get really angry, I just like slam it all over the place. But yeah, I'm a bad racket owner.
My favorite tennis player is Novak Djokovic, who is, I believe he's still the #1 in the world. He might be #2 after the terrible upset at the US Open this year. But yeah, I watch all the tournaments, I watch all the Opens, and I've so far traveled to the US Open in Flushing, New York, and I had the privilege of going to Wimbledon in the summer of 2013, which was an incredible experience. And now I'm just going through the rest of the list and shooting to travel all the other places. It's funny because last year I took the year off because I promised my mom that I would, figure out what college was like, how to figure out my schedule and everything before I could commit to a team. And then I told her, like probably by January, I was going to the gym for like an hour and a half every day. I was telling her, I could have really used this time to play tennis. So I definitely missed it. And this year I decided to join the club tennis team, which is not as much of a hard commitment as division, but it's still definitely very competitive, and you have to try out for the team. You're automatically on a club sport team, but in order to travel and play with, the bigger kids, so to say, you have to try out for that, and there's a cut that you have to make, and I luckily made it, so it feels really good to be a part of something like this.